Crystal Gamer here with another Sims 4 speed build. Now this one here I did for the Solid Color Challenge, and a couple of you that maybe just watched a video not too long ago, the Pink Palace video, may be saying, but didn't you already do the Solid Color Challenge? Well, yeah, I did. The thing is I did this one before I did that one, and I did this one because I didn't yet know the rules. I don't know. I ran into something on Twitter that said something about the Solid Color Challenge, or maybe someone had done it or something, and I watched one of their videos, or whatever the case may be. But in any case, I decided to choose a color. I chose yellow. And so I decided to choose the color and do the build, and this was before I actually read the rules and found out we're supposed to be assigned a color and all of that stuff. So I have a little lessons learned on this one. Find out the rules before you do a challenge, or at least try. But yes, I ended up being assigned pink afterwards, and some of you may have seen the Pink Palace video. If you haven't, pink was my official assigned color for it, so it's out there. And that video is actually more accurate to the challenge, because once I found out that I was assigned pink, I allowed myself a few liberties with this one here. I wasn't so stringent. You know, I did things like I added a stove in, even though we don't have a yellow stove. I added stairs in. The driveway, I think, probably wouldn't meet the official rules because it's not yellow. So I took a few liberties on this, so it's not 100% in accordance with the official Solid Color Challenge. And I don't think the stairs to the second floor aren't yellow either, so that was another area that I veered. But nonetheless, I made the vast majority of it yellow. I called it the sunshine because, you know, that just seemed appropriate, and I used the little the sunshine wall hanging in a few areas on the exterior to, you know, sort of depict the name. I sometimes like to emblem my properties if it's appropriate for it. You know, it worked here. So, and this one here is interesting because I didn't really know where I was going with it. I was like, okay, I chose the color yellow, and the main reason I chose the yellow was because I had done a build for a friend of mine, a beach house build, and the one piece of, I won't say negative feedback, but the one piece of not positive feedback that she gave me was that she would have maybe liked to have seen more yellow in the build. And so that was really what spurred me to choose yellow for this build, because I kind of didn't include that much yellow in that build. And I said, so, well, all right, let me include yellow since that color came up in a topic of conversation. But beyond that, I really didn't know. I didn't have much of a vision for this house. I really didn't know where I was going to go with it or what I wanted to do. So this was one of the ones. I don't do it too terribly often, but I do it now and then where I go online and I'll just look up different architecture and just look at pictures and try and get ideas, shapes. A lot of times I'm looking for shapes. That's the thing that I'm probably looking for more than anything else, you know. And that was kind of what happened in this case. Is I ran into a house online that I liked. It was far less modern than this build. This build is definitely far more modern than the one that I ran into online, but I ran into a house and I kind of liked the shape of it. And so I decided that, well, not so much, I didn't decide to copy it, but I was like, oh yeah, okay. And so that was basically, it was more my jumping off point is what that was, because really this house looks nothing like that one did at all. But that's, you know, a lot of times that's kind of what happens with the inspiration. It's just, I don't know, inspiration for me can be everything from a single game piece to an element in a photo to, like in this case, it was the general kind of shape of that house, and then I changed it too. I added the whole thing on the side. This part that juts out on the side that we're looking at now was not at all part of my original inspiration picture. None of it, really, actually. I think maybe the front porch and maybe one of the front windows kind of looks like the original inspiration picture, so. You see the landscaping just like magically appeared. I cut it out. This build took me a while. not that it was that complex, but you know, making everything yellow, that was a thing. And I don't know, it did take a while. I don't know. I don't build very quickly. I don't know about other people, but it's actually a struggle for me a lot of times to get the videos down to reasonable amounts of time. I end up having to cut out things like lots of landscaping and stuff like that, because otherwise these would take forever, and you know, I don't think people will be that interested if they take forever. I like the lighting on this at night. I'm always trying to light the houses so they look good at night. I'm so impressed with the lighting engine in the game. I think that's what it is I really enjoy the lighting engine, especially in the evenings. They do a really nice job on it. And this here, you could see I decided to, I rotated the house because I wanted to change this driveway. The house felt, I don't know, the house felt a little bit too high end to have the long driveway, like versus the side to side for some reason. I don't know why. I just thought that the side to side would make more sense on this property, and just that the house would fit better if I rotated it, and I would have a, you know, an appropriate size backyard, and it would just fit better. And so all of that was really, really great until, of course, I didn't think of it when I first rotated the house, but until I went to take screenshots of the place. Of course, you know, when I went to put it on the gallery. Not when I did my own screenshots, but when I went to put it on the gallery. And those of you that share stuff to the gallery, I know every single one of you knows exactly what I'm talking about right now, because I ended up, of course, with a photo of the side of the house rather than the front of the house, which meant that I had to then find another spot for this house. And this size lot, I think it's on I think it might be a 40 by 50 lot. And that is not, whatever size lot it is, I can't remember if that's it or not, but I think that might be it. But nonetheless, whatever size lot it's on is not a terribly common lot in the game. Like it took me some work to find another lot this size where I could post this house and have the front of it be the front and have it photograph appropriately. So that part was a little bit of a pain, but I keep hoping that one day they'll allow us to take our own photos for the gallery, but it's lower on the list of priorities. If I had, my number one priority would be a color picker. What was it called? Create a Style, I think, in the Sims 3. It's been a while since I played The Sims 3, so I don't remember all of that stuff, but I think it was called Create a Style. The color picker, that's the thing. And I know anyone that's watched several of my videos, I probably mention it in like every other video. It's my biggest complaint on the game. But yeah, this is a very, you can tell looking at this, Sunshine is a very good name for this house. It is so yellow. Oh, and I did, yeah, this part here, I did this, this double fireplace. I've never done this before. I don't know if this is, like, is it a cool thing? Is it a stupid thing? Would anyone ever do this anywhere? I don't know. I just decided to do something different. I decided to do a double fireplace. The room was just so large that when I put down the single fireplace, it felt really dwarfed, you know? So I said, well, okay, I'll try a double. Why not? You know? The only time I think I've seen a double fireplace in person has been back to back. And I did one in some build. I did a back-to-back fireplace. I don't know if it's a build I posted or not. I still have multiple builds that I haven't posted yet. I have several really, really large builds that I want to do maybe house tours on or something before I post. I just haven't gotten to it. Life gets in the way and you get busy, and this stuff takes time to create. But yeah, so this build, the organ there is one of the only things that's in here that also violates the rules because it's more white than yellow. But I wanted another piece in that corner. I wanted something down in that corner in the living room. So, and this part, the whole bedroom and upstairs part, I hope it doesn't end up looking too terribly disjointed to viewers that are watching this, because the thing is I cut out, I don't show the master bathroom development here because I redo the entire thing later on. And so, like I said, I just had to cut so much of this because the video originally was going to be, I don't know, like 40 minutes long or something. So I had to cut out a lot, 30, 40, I don't know. But kind of showed a little bit of this bathroom because I did, this bathroom and the master bathroom are really not that much different. I mean, let's face it, I'm using yellow, number one, so I have a limited amount of stuff that I can use. I'm actually violating the rules in this bathroom of the official challenge because the tubs are white. But I figured with the color choice, I would just keep the bathrooms very similar. So that was another reason I cut out that particular footage. So that always seems a challenge to me, is figuring out. And I don't know if I'm the only builder like this, but I don't think so. I think other builders probably have some issue with it too. I've seen a few comments about figuring out and how much to cut, and you end up cutting so much of the video and stuff. And it's just, I'm always worried about it looking disjointed to you guys that are watching, that it won't flow right. But I can't have it last for like 30, 40 minutes. 30 would be maximum, I think. Then you have to start splitting it up. And to me, if I'm going to split a build up, if I'm going to have more than one part to the video, I don't know, I want to be in love with the build a little bit. And this build, I like this build. It's a cool house. It's definitely, the yellow thing is kind of a thing. I like this thing that I'm adding in right now on the downstairs where I add in those pieces. It adds a little bit to the outside. You guys will see that on the back of the house. And this thing actually that's going in right now, this bed, is one of my favorite pieces that I added. I don't particularly like this bed because it's the camping bed or whatever, so it doesn't look very formal. But what I'm doing here, and you're going to see it, it makes it look more like a real bed. See it there? It kind of doesn't look as... This is, I don't know, this is my idea to use this bed without having it look like a camping bed. That's what I was going for. I hope I was successful. I liked it. I like the way it came out myself, so hopefully you guys do too. And the headboard sort of part that I made there. I like to kind of make things every now and then. Maybe kind of weird, I don't know. But yeah, just for something a little bit different, or something I try and be a little bit, I don't know, try and be a little innovative with something. And I like it. Can you see? Oh man, it went by so fast. It's obviously going to show later on, but I really like using those dividers and using them in between the walls and having that element on the exterior. I think it adds a nice little touch to the exterior in the back, because the exterior in the back honestly was a little bit boring without it. So that kind of helped to me. And this little room decorating in yellow, everything in yellow, was very, very interesting. As you can see, I veered a little bit here in the girls and boys room because they didn't really have a bed that was like acceptable and predominantly yellow. So I went with the pink and the blue beds. But the rooms are cute. They're a little awkward shaped, but they're kids' rooms, so they can be a little awkward, right? Kids don't need that much space. At least young kids. Oh, so this bed I had forgotten. I thought it was mostly blue, but this one is mostly yellow. Good. So we have that. But for the girls one, yeah, I guess I couldn't find a second one that I found acceptable. So we just end up putting some toys and stuff around here. We're coming close to the end of our time. Close to finishing up on this build. I end up showing the completion of this room, and then we go for just a couple of minutes, I believe, into that whole master bedroom, master bath redo thing. And the main purpose for that was I was looking at the part when you come up the stairs in that landing, and I don't know, I wanted to make it more cohesive, and because I ended up with this hallway space, and I thought I could get a little bit more of that space, and I end up managing to do that, actually, by the changes I made. I gained a couple of squares extra, and so the master bedroom got a little bit more of a dressing space because of that. So I think it was a good move, but it did end up being a little bit of a pain reconfiguring the whole thing. I love when I make those decisions at like the last minute. And here we go, starting the reconfiguring of the bathroom. But you could see that landing at the top of the stairs. I wanted it to be kind of more of a, I don't know, uniform octagon type thing. And I just thought it would make more sense. Like the only purpose for that hallway area was just for an entrance to the master bedroom. And there was no reason why the bathroom couldn't be moved over, you know, and thereby moving the entrance to the master bedroom over and garnering a little bit more space for the changing area for the bathroom. I actually ended up with, I think, a hair more space in the bathroom as well. So, because I gained several blocks by making that change. And here we go. We have hit the end and the screenshots. And so I want to say thank you very much. Ooh, there's that part in the back. See that it adds a nice little element, those lines. In any case, yes, sorry about that. Thank you so much for for spending the time with me and watching with me. I appreciate it. And if you liked it, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want notifications for my future videos, don't forget to hit the little bell next to that subscribe as well. And I will talk to you next time. Bye now.